So I'm working on the fenders. So I'm just trying to get them figured out how high I want them. Well, these are the new fenders I did pick up. They're 12 wide, so they should cover the majority of the tire. But I'm gonna have to trim them. They're too long that way. So I think what I'm gonna do is take like 7 inches off each side, and we'll start with that and try to get them mocked up here. So my plan is to have them bolt on. They'll sit on I'll have a piece of square tubing coming out. They'll just rest on that. There'll be some tabs coming up to bolt the fenders to. That way, if you ever damage the fender, you can remove it, replace it. So, but yeah, I think I'm going to cut 7 inches off each side and see how they fit. Alright, I got the fender mocked up kind of how I want it. So it's a little short. I probably could have left an inch on them. Cut one, or measure twice, cut once. Well, I got this gap here. Basically what I want is them just to rest right here, and then I'll have tabs that bolt them on. So I'm going to try to mess around with it and see what I can do. These corners here, I am going to kind of angle and cut them up. Earlier I did, me and a couple of my buddies got on the trailer, kind of jumped around. I don't think I'm going to run into clearance issues with this. So I think I should be good without stuff in the tires. Worst case scenario, if I end up stuffing the tires into the here, the only thing I can think of is put a piece of angle iron here instead. I'm trying not to run angle if I don't have to. So yeah, this is kind of where I'm at. The other thought I had is I can come here, make a cut in these corners, just kind of spread it a little bit, and then weld those cuts back up when I get it to where I need it to be. So whatever I do on this fender, I'm going to do the other side, that way they match. I know if I would have left these an inch longer, a ½ inch maybe on each side, inch on each side, they probably would have hit and made it work, but I didn't want too much gap here. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So right now I'm just going to start mocking it all up, figuring out how to spread that apart, and then I'm going to add some supports angling all the way to the front there. So from the front corner, I'll come back and tie into here. I'll cap these off. I'll do the same on the rear. Make it kind of like a rock slider type deal. And so basically that's where I'm at. That's what I'm going to do. Just remember, don't just go for it. Sometimes you cut too much, and I don't feel like going and buying another fender, so I'm going to make this work. The only other thing I thought about is I can cut it in half and then use you know, maybe cut an inch out of that strip there, and then lengthen the fender up top here by an inch. But that's a lot of welding too, which I think I should be able to achieve what I want to do if I just cut here on all four corners and just spread it open a little bit. So I'm going to mess with this and see what I can do to resolve that issue, but I should be able to figure something out. Alright, I got one fender in place. I ended up not having to modify the, or not having to cut it at all. I was able to get the stretch in there. So basically what I'm doing is I want my fenders to be removable in case I ever need to change them. So I did is I welded these tabs on, and then I had to bend an angle into them after, or I tacked them on for now. And then I just took a wrench and bent them over to get the angle. And I was able to drill through the fender, use grade 8 3/8 bolts, and bolt them on. And then show you the back side here. There's the inside. Should have plenty of tire clearance. So I got the back. And as of right now, I don't know if you call these rock sliders, fender braces, whatever you want to call them. So I just got these tacked in for now. I'll tie into the rear like that. And then on the front, the same thing. Ties in. And I think what I'm going to do with this cutoff piece from here, because I can't get in here to weld, it's too tight of a fit. So I think I'm going to do is clean this up a little bit, and then I can put it in there like that, weld that in, and then I can cap that end. So I should be able to get that in pretty good. And these will also serve as a step. My door will be right here, one on each side. So what I might do is take some 1x, maybe a piece here and like a piece over here. Just add some strength there, and haven't decided what I'm going to put here for the step. If it's diamond plate or steel, or I don't know. I'll probably look at doing aluminum for the step. So now that I got this mocked up here and I kind of have an idea what I need to do, I just need to mimic it on the other side. But it's getting kind of late in the day, so I think I'm going to call it a night. Today being Saturday, I might not get back to that other side till Monday or Tuesday evening, but we'll get her. I'm happy with the way it's turned out. Oh, and I'll cap these here. I'll plug these off. So, no, it's working out good. So, alright, I'm going to call it a night and probably clean up and go to bed.